Well, hello everybody, and welcome back to Discipleship 101. This week we're going to be looking at the idea of having a balanced life. This is the fifth class, the summary of the fifth class. And what we notice as we try to follow Jesus, and as you read about his life in the Gospels, is that Jesus was really good at balancing three important aspects in his life. First of all, he balanced his relationship with his Father, his relationship with his disciples, second, and third, his relationship with the crowds. And we can see this in a lot of different passages of Scripture, but just to start with, let's look at Mark chapter 1, verses 35 through 39. Here we see the first aspect, time with his Father. Very early in the morning, while it was still dark, Jesus got up, left the house, and went off to a solitary place where he prayed. So Jesus here spends time with God. But he also spends time with his disciples. Verse 36, Simon and his companions went to look for him. And when they found him, they exclaimed, "Everyone is looking for you." Jesus replied, "Let us go somewhere else, to the nearby villages, so I can preach there also." So Jesus spends time with his apostles, his companions, Simon and his companions, and third, he spends time with the crowd. We see this in the final verse, verse 39. So he traveled throughout Galilee, preaching in their synagogues and driving out demons. And there are a lot of other examples of this. You can see this in Mark chapter 9, where he spends time with the Father, time with his disciples, time with the crowd. You can see it in Luke chapter 6, verses 12 through 19, where he spends time in prayer with his Father. He chooses his disciples. Then he preaches to the crowd. You can see this even at the crucifixion, where Jesus speaks to the Father. He speaks to John, one of his apostles, and he is concerned about the thief who is hanging next to him. So there's a really good way to think about how to balance these things, and it's called the triangle. This is not original with me. This is not my work. This is not my brainchild, if you will. But this triangle helps us think about these relationships and how to balance them. So first of all, you have the relationship with God. And that might be spending time in prayer. It might be having your quiet time. It could be reading a devotional book. Regardless of what it is, it's spending time with God. Jesus did this well. He regularly left his disciples, left the crowds to spend time with the Father. Then we have the in relationship. And this is relationship with other Christians. This is relationship with your inner circle of fellow believers. It might be your small group. It might be a Bible class. It might just be a group of Christians that gets together on a regular basis to encourage each other, build each other up, strengthen each other, talk about spiritual things, eat together, whatever it is. But then you also have this relationship with people who are outside of your Christian circle. Your relationship with others, the out aspect of this balance. So this is spending time with people who aren't necessarily believers, people who aren't really connected to God very much at all. And what you'll notice is that in different seasons of life, you're going to be strong in some of these, and you're going to be weak in other seasons of life. You might have young kids at home, and if you have young kids at home, your entire balance may suffer. You may struggle to have a relationship with God, relationship with other Christians, relationship with others outside of the church. Your job schedule could change, or you could lose your job, or something might happen where it causes you to miss time with other Christians, or to be so tired that you're not able to spend as much time with God as you would like. You could also find yourself in a great small group ministry at your church, or a great Bible study or whatever, but they don't emphasize relationships with people who are outside of your group, your Christian group. So regardless, different seasons of life are going to find us weaker or stronger in other areas. And quite often what you'll find in life is that you're strong in two of these areas and weak in another. And there are some results that come from this. So let's say you're strong in your relationship with God, your relationship with other Christians, but you're weak in your relationship with people who are outside of your Christian circle, what you're going to find is that you will become ineffective because you will not be engaging those people who are not Christians, and you'll not be bringing people to a relationship with Christ. And that's part of the mission, right? That's part of what Jesus commanded us to do, is to bring outsiders in to a relationship with you and a relationship with Christ. So let's say you find yourself in a different position. Let's say you find yourself in a position where you have a strong relationship with God, you have a strong relationship with others who are outside of the Christian circle, but you don't have yourself uh, in a strong relationship with people who are in a Christian circle. And what you'll find is you'll find yourself to be isolated, uh, isolated from the help and the the fellow Christians, the camaraderie that you need in order to accomplish the mission. But you could also find yourself in another position where you are strong with your relationship with Christians, you're strong in your relationship with others, um, but you are weak in your relationship with God. And this often results in burnout because you are doing the mission, you are with other Christians, but you're disconnected from the power source that makes things possible, that gives you what you need to truly accomplish that mission. And so, what you need to do on a regular basis is revisit this shape, spend some time in your journaling and just thinking about what am I strong in, what am I weak in. Spend some time reflecting on what do I need to improve on, and maybe even spend time celebrating when you find yourself strong in one of these areas. And so, my hope for you is that this becomes uh, a regular focus in your life as you try to have a balanced life. And if you feel something that just seems to be not right, maybe revisit this shape and try to figure out where is it that you are imbalanced in life. God bless everybody, and I hope you have a wonderful day.